Mm. Mhm. Mhm.
Oh,
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
oh, we're here. We're back again.
We're back.
We're back. Wise old bastards back again. Back in the
We're back.
saddle. Except I ain't riding horses, man. So,
We're back in the saddle, but we have technical issues. I can't make the
Oh,
music
really?
stop.
that's good music. Is it?
I can't make it stop.
Oh, no.
I can't make. I'll just mute it. This is gonna keep playing all the way back. Hey, good morning, everybody. How y'all doing?
Oh, wow. Amazing. So, we got technical difficulties already. Well, one of the reasons I'm in Laos, and as you can see, I think I'm a little bit slow here today for some reason. And Alan's frozen on my end.
Am
So,
I?
how you doing, mate? Oh, you're unfrozen. Oh,
no.
that's why you're drinking beer. What kind of
Not
beer
even-
is not sponsoring us today?
Fish beer,
Fish. It's a freaking fish beer.
Steelhead Lager. So it's
Okay.
interesting. It says brewed for BC. It was brewed in BC, so I don't know. British Columbia, the province.
Okay, British one. Oh, it was a very old beer before Christ.
2% of every sale goes to the Pacific Salmon Foundation.
Oh, okay. Wow.
That's
All right.
nice, but what's really nice is it's a
Yeah.
very value-priced beer,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is usually you drink value-priced beer when you're having a tough time and you still need a beer. This just
Yeah.
happens to be fucking delicious.
Really? Hey, you can't say that on the air. They're not sponsoring us yet. You gotta wait till they sponsor us.
I can delete them. This beer is fucking.
So, yeah, we're working on that sponsoring thing. So, but
Damn, that's a nice beer. I mean, no,
Really?
potentially
Maybe a nice
beer.
beer. Eventually.
Potentially very nice.
Potentially. I can't drink any beer. I'm still stuck on water and tea. But I forgot. Water's still boiling there.
Why can
So-
you not drink?
It's too early in the morning. I'm at the university.
When you went to university 40 years ago, didn't you drink in the morning?
I tried to wait till after lunch.
Oh,
Try.
okay.
Unless we went
Okay.
fishing.
Ah,
Yeah, that's right. It's true. That's true. When we went fishing, we used to grab the beer and run off in a Volkswagen Beetle bus. You know, one of those things. My friend had one of those. And we piled
The
in
old
there with
combis.
fishing gear and those old things. I still remember that had the little kitchenette or some shit in it. And then
well, you know, that's there you go. That's a good segue into how we've been trying to figure out how to not talk about politics.
pretty. The whole world is nothing but politics at the
It's
moment.
difficult right now. The politics is
Yeah.
sucking the air out of the oxygen out of the room everywhere.
Yeah.
And like we just said, it's much more importantly than that is if we don't talk about politics, no one's going to listen to us. And how are we going to get our beer sponsors if nobody's listening to us? So we have to not talk about politics, but while pretending we are, or something like that. But
How
this
we-
Volkswagen bus, that's kind of interesting because there's a major realignment going on in the world right now where alliances are shifting and countries that used to be working together are now not. People are choosing different sides. Things have changed. They're changing a whole lot.
Yeah.
Very good symbol of that is the Volkswagen, the bus, and the Beetle.
The Beetle. Yeah.
Remember,
That's true.
they were like the hippie mobiles in the 60s.
They were hip. That's right. They were,
Which was
make
not
peace,
a
make
million-
Love, not make peace and love, not war. Yeah, I remember that. That was actually a little bit. I was younger. I was
Was
still
it
a little
more-
kid at the time. Yeah, more
Was it
love
more-
and peace, loving peace, peace and love, something like that.
More
hippie.
fucking, less fighting?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, that's good. More fucking. That's funny.
But I mean, and
Make
that
more
was in the
babies.
60s. The 60s was not a million years away from the end of World War II, which was not a fun time.
That was
And
around the Vietnam.
Germany
War, right?
was clearly the aggressor in that one, right?
Oh yeah. And
And
guess who invented
Germany and the
Volkswagen?
Nazis and a whole bit. But then within like a very short number of years,
Yeah.
the cars that were made by slave labor in Germany originally were suddenly this symbol of peace, love, happiness, freedom. Like how did
How'd
that
that happen?
happen?
That's a good point. I mean,
I
that
think
was
maybe here's what we need to do. We need to go and hire ourselves some Germans to do our marketing. because
Oh,
the
really?
Nazis back in the 60s managed to get everybody convinced that the Love Bug was a cute car. And now the Nazis are back again.
Yeah,
The whole world is convinced that
yeah.
they're the good guys and
Love
everyone wants to
bugs.
support them. So they've done it twice,
Yeah, that's
this
true. That's
marketing
true.
coup. So
Yeah,
we
that's
gotta
an
we gotta get some
interesting
germs.
point.
Any germs out there want to give us some pointers on how to make our show more appealing to people? What do we?
Loving what? Hey, we're talking about beer. That's appealing to most of the world right there. And
Uh,
then, I mean, we take on politics one sometimes, but we try to avoid it. But shit, it's just pushing. The world's pushing us into talk about politics, and it kind of sucks. I mean, politics all over the world, it sucks. It just sucks. No matter where
I
you are,
know.
Europe, U.S., Canada, Latin America,
I
I
mean,
don't
it's
see
like
politics being good anywhere.
here we were talking about this
China,
just
shit.
before the show. It was like, man, I run here right now. I'm in my record shop. We're just closed for the day, right? The
Yeah.
record shop has been the fuck Disneyland. The record
Mm,
shop is the happiest place on earth. People come
that's
into a
right.
record shop because they
Right.
want to come into a record shop. It's not
Yeah.
because you have to buy a pair of shoes or you have to buy a dozen eggs or whatever. It's like
Yeah.
you come in here, it's great. There's good music
Yeah.
going on,
Yeah.
like-minded people, people who enjoy music.
Yep.
Even if you have different musical tastes, you
Mm.
never see like a blues guy and a hip hop guy say, "Fuck you, you hate the fucking blues. Yeah, you're wrong. You fuck you." No, it's just like
No, no, no.
I don't
Yeah.
understand it. I don't like it. Okay, fair enough. I don't give a shit. It's like,
It's like,
so it's just never been a thing, and
yeah.
it's always very easy for me to get customers to talk to each other, right? So
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
this old blues guy and this young
Yeah.
hip hop guy. They'll be
Yeah.
talking to each other about music.
Yeah.
It's like one guy is 65, one guy's like 18 or 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it doesn't. There's
So
like it's just like that. It's been like that.
it's
But
music.
in the
That's right.
last month now, even here, even here, I didn't put it up yet, but I'm going to put a big sign on the door that's going to say, "No drugs, no weapons, no politics, no conspiracy theories, unless it's
Uh,
about like aliens. And if it's about
You're
aliens,
full of
then we can have
conspiracy
that.
theories, okay?
Then we can have that.
Leave the conspiracy series go, but
Well,
no
leave that.
politics.
Okay, that
Yeah.
we can talk about those, but everything
Yeah.
else, leave them
Yeah.
outside, right?
Yeah.
But come in like nobody can escape it, even in here now. It's like,
Hmm.
so oh my god, every
Yeah.
day, like you turn on, even if you don't turn on the news, it leaks. This politics leaks into you, right?
Yeah, of course. It's
And
really
it's
crazy. And it's really sad, you know. I mean, politics, America's going through a major turmoil of kind of cleaning house and stuff. And it's looking at all the muck and stuff in politics. And everybody knows that politics is corrupt. There's a lot of corruption in politics. No matter where you are in the world, there's a lot of corruption. Chinese, when they took when Xi Jinping came in, or Xi came in, I think he executed a few people, uh, the political figures in different parts of the provinces for corruption and stuff. It's what Mandela was in jail and then became the prime minister. It happened in Malaysia too. The guy was in jail and now the prime minister. And I think the other way is gone, that the politicians might be ending up in jail pretty soon. So we never know what's going to happen. It can be funny, but it's hard to
I
make
know
a joke.
that's what I try and tell everybody here. So when they're coming in talking politics, and
Yeah,
so as some of you may know, I'm in Canada. I'm Canadian. I'm in
yeah,
Canada at the moment, but I've lived most of my life outside Canada,
yeah,
and it's one of the things that got me most pissed off about the political situation right now. This is a true story.
yeah,
So Kevin will know, and maybe some
yeah,
of the followers will know, and most of my friends know that I, I, how do you say this? I love Canada. I always have. Patriotic Canadian, but I've lived most of my life overseas, and I enjoy it more overseas.
mm,
There are things in the areas that I like that Canada doesn't have. Like I like sitting on a cheap plastic chair on the side of the road drinking a beer in a hawker center.
mm,
It appeals to me. Just it's a
mm,
personal thing,
yeah,
and I love that. I just really love that, and I want to get back to that. So I moved back to Canada, I don't know, 12, 14, 15 years ago. It seems like
been
forever
that
now.
long
Fucking,
already.
it's been a long
Holy
time, man.
shit.
And all along, I came back for the kids. The wife wanted to come back, so okay, let's do it. But I've been saying all along that I want to go back, whether it's
Mm.
back to Asia or down to South America or just that's just
Mm.
me, right? But now, because of the things that America is saying about Canada, I can't go because if I go, people are gonna say, "Oh, you're fucking running away because they're fucking saying that." It's like, no, I've been saying this before. So if I leave now, I'm not a traitor for leaving. I was leaving before any of this shit happened. It's got
Crazy.
nothing to do with. That's not why I'm leaving. That's why I'm staying. For fuck's sake.
Yeah, I know. But this whole thing's crazy. But okay, I think one thing that can solve this problem. I think we've talked about this before. Beer solves everything. Okay, besides beer. What if we all believe in aliens, right? We're alien guys, right? So what if the good old aliens that we keep seeing on TV, the grays or the tall ones, or hopefully not the lizard guys. I hear the lizard guys are pretty bad, but come in and kind of just, okay, solve everything, take over. Well, I mean, we're
Solve
no
it.
match.
Yeah.
We're no match for any aliens. Okay, if aliens come here, they can just say, you're going to do what I
Kill
say,
them
or
all. Wait,
we have beer, you don't.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
We
We better make
can
that. Let's put
negotiate.
some billboards up in space. Beer
Yeah,
this way.
exactly. You don't have beer there, so we control the beer in the galaxy.
And then we'll get sued by some fucker. Say, I come from Planet Beer. What do you say? I got no beer, you
Wait,
fucker. So,
what? Let's go
take
there.
me with you.
Let's go.
Take
That
me
would
with
be
you.
Beer Hunters Intergalactic right there.
Intergalactic. Yeah.
That would be great, man. Not international, intergalactic. That would be cool. But the reality, if it's really crazy, this is really crazy true. If an alien race does come to America and does come to the world, the Earth, I mean, what do we do? I mean, we just, I hope you come in peace or else we're fucked. Simple as that, right? So if they did, why didn't they take over in the first place? Normally, if we ever watch a Star Wars or any kind of, what do you call it? Any kind of sci-fi movie, usually the aliens come in and just whack everybody that's down there. It's just like anybody else that conquers somebody, right? I mean, even on
Well,
planet Earth, we did it for centuries, centuries and centuries. Mongolians conquered, Romans conquered. It's just colonialism has been part of the world. I mean, even in Hawaii, I still remember little Hawaii. King Kamehameha conquered the islands. So it's basically a conqueror mentality
well, yeah, I don't know. It's
over
like,
there.
I don't know. It's, yeah.
So
I
we
mean,
would be talking about
Hmm?
politics. We'd be talking about how to deal with the aliens,
Well,
how to make more beer for the aliens.
wasn't it Reagan who actually said that if you want to, like, you want to get all the political problems we got on the earth, you want to get it all settled right now, you want to stop the Cold War and that shit. What would be the fastest way? Would be if aliens came down and we all had to band
Yeah,
together.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
So that
We have
means
to
so
band together.
there's the problem right now. You know how fucking high my cell phone bill is now? Because I'm here in Canada and we got like the world's biggest military across the street saying you're going to come and eat us. And I'm calling the aliens. Somebody come here, fuck aliens! Hey, come and shut this shit down. Hang on, and it's expensive, man. It's like, already Canadian cell phone rates are probably the highest in the world. You try calling Intergalactic, holy shit, that hurts.
Really? They don't have WhatsApp out there?
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
Hey, maybe they have WeChat or Alien Chat.
Yeah. We eat you. What? No, what?
Wait,
No.
wait.
I
No,
hate
no,
it.
no. Yeah, we don't want to be food. That's for sure. That would not be fun.
But so how do we go forward? This is actually an existential business question. Huh? How do we go forward with wise old bastards if we don't talk about politics?
First of all, there is one thing before that. We gotta get monetized before that. We're talking about to get monetized.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it's like politics because here it is. It's like really politics. How do we distill this all down?
I mean,
talking about politics, it's like when in any situation about anything. This is a true story. I try to ask myself, I'm going through some stuff, other things happening in my life right now too, and I'm trying not to make things worse, right? So
Mm.
not avoiding the situation, avoiding talking about things, because if you don't talk about things, they can never get fixed. But it's how you talk about things. So when you feel like saying something, I always ask myself first, like, okay, does this need to be said? Right?
Mm.
Whatever it is I'm thinking I'm going to say. Does it need to be said right now? Like in the heat of the moment, does it need to be said, right? And does it need to be said by me? Or if me saying this, is it going to make things worse? Should it come from somebody else?
Okay.
And that's kind of where with politics is kind of like that. It's like I how to say this is like like I know that my view on what's happening with the politics in the States is very different than your view, right?
Mm.
And I think we can talk about the overall
Mm.
the overallness of it. It's okay, got to talk about it. But
Yeah.
like if we start talking about individual policies,
No.
we'll have some disagreements that will create problems for us for no reason,
Mhm.
right? Like, oh, I hate the policy in Kansas where they're doing something,
Mm.
and you like what they're doing in Kansas doing something. So we're going to end up getting mad at each other and yelling at each
Yeah.
other about something in Kansas, and then we're going to wait a minute. I've only ever been to Kansas one fucking time. The fuck?
Been twice.
It's just like, why am I going to let what's going on in Kansas
Yeah,
create a
exactly.
problem here? It's like,
The other thing
yeah,
is, remember, politics change all the time. It's like the wind; it just blows and
it's
changes
like
all
the
the time. So
Volkswagen bus.
that was a cool little bus. They made an electric version of it, which kind of and the same thing with the Beetle. Remember, they took the old Beetle and tried to make a new Beetle out of it. It's just not right. And the
I
electric bus
actually,
is like, it's
I really
okay, but
like
it's
that. I really like that electric bus, the
the bus
Buzz,
is
ID
better one.
Buzz.
ID
But
Buzz,
it's
yeah,
what I don't like about it, the price.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh, is the
fuck,
price
it's
really
money.
bad? Right.
Holy shit. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is down in the States, but here I've never seen one in the wild, or even in a dealership. I've only
Really?
still seen, I mean, they're advertised and available
Yeah.
now, I guess, but I don't think I've ever seen one. But it was a bare bones basic version of it. So I guess like
Okay.
with any electric vehicle, you can get the 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive, extended
Yeah.
range, but all whatever, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's mainly
But the very
mostly how
basic
many
version of
batteries you
it
put to.
is like was like 90 something $1,000.
Ooh, wow.
So that's about 8,000
Okay.
US.
Canadian dollars.
So
uh,
I don't know what it is in the city. It
but
was like, yeah, something like 90 grand, which is
wow.
still a prestige
That's
vehicle price here. I mean, yes,
yeah,
vehicles have
that's
gotten more expensive over the years, but that's like
yeah, but that's too
you can get
much.
an okay Porsche for that money. Not a top of the line, but you're in the Porsche
Yeah,
territory.
no,
You're
no, no.
into
I mean,
a mid-range
yeah,
ish, lower
no.
mid-range Mercedes, right?
No, I mean, if you want to
So
bring back
for
the Volkswagen van, whatever it was a van, right? Basically, the Love van, and then that was a cheap vehicle. That damn thing, what I think maximum speed was like 60 miles an hour downhill or something when they actually manufactured it. But it was a cute little vehicle, ran around a lot. What's this one comedy guy? I think is Gabriel Iglesias or whatever. He loves those. He's got a whole big collection, about 20 or 30 of the old things. And it's a nostalgia thing, and it's a pretty cool little thing, but it's practical in some aspects. The electric version, I mean, it looks very modern. It tries to keep some of that. It doesn't. It may be too modern. I think it should have been more nostalgic than it is.
I saw like when they first put the drawings out 6 or 7 years
Yeah,
ago of the
yeah,
concept, what it was going to be, it was perfect. It was
yeah,
perfect. It was just modern enough to
yeah,
make sense, but it was
yeah.
clearly what it was.
Okay,
Now it's
that
like
would have been.
they've kind of
Yeah,
blandified it.
yeah, exactly. It's more. It's too bland. It's not the original. It doesn't have that original feel
Yeah,
or look that the old one had. And if you're going to do that, do it right. Don't over bland it and over. You can make a futuristic band if you want to, but I don't know. It's different elements. It's changing it too much. Uh, but then it should be flying around. It shouldn't be have any wheels at all. It'd be the flying version of it, not just electric. But the I don't know. It's anything like that should be reasonable. What about 30,000 or something? Or try to get. We bought a vehicle here, electric vehicle, a BYD, under a project for 25,000. Okay, it's a smaller one. It's not really big or anything. It's kind of more, a little bit bigger than the Volkswagen Beetle. But,
Well, what are the
that's about 25.
the duty rates on vehicles in Laos?
Well, that one electric was no tax, so that's a big thing.
So like a gas one would have been like 50, double.
Well, probably about 35, 40, yeah, something like that.
Malaysia
I
still
guess,
have
yeah.
double? Is it still 100%?
Not. It depends. That's if it's fully imported, then it's double. But if it's partially imported through Thailand or whatever, or Indonesia, then the prices aren't so high. So they have this ASEAN thing. So that's why the pickup trucks mostly come from Thailand are quite reasonable prices. They're actually better priced in Malaysia than they are in U.S.
Yeah, that was a nice loophole. I loved that. It was considered.
Great.
They used to say it was like the reason that they could have. Okay, for anyone watching in Malaysia, they had very high import duties on automobiles because they had a national car manufacturer they were trying to protect.
Yeah.
So tariffs are rarely good for consumers, but it was trying to keep that company going, blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
But one exception they had was for pickup trucks. And they said, because pickup trucks are like the vehicle of development. So if you're on an oil palm plantation, you need a pickup truck to carry your oil palm kernels. You don't. You need a bigger truck, not a pickup truck.
Yeah, but
it's like it's really got nothing to do with. You're in a factory, you carry your wood.
More commercial.
No, these little baby pickup trucks, you can't carry wood with them. They're just fun.
You'd be surprised. You do see them in the field, though, carrying oil palm.
Yeah.
So it is true.
But
so there was basically no duty, so they were really inexpensive. And what's amazing that I can get a Ford Ranger, turbo diesel, for about 10,000 cheaper, or at least 5,000 to 10,000 cheaper than they are in the U.S. for the same kind of Ranger. I mean, it's like, why? I don't understand. So, but they're manufactured in Thailand and stuff. So, but they're good. They're very nice vehicles, and they're cheaper. So how that can be done, don't know. Politics.
Well, no, it is politics. It is. It is. It's about like the tariffs and duties, right? They decide which one gets an exemption. Now it's cheap.
Yeah. So
why they did that? Maybe some Thai official paid some Malaysian official under the table some money to make sure.
They had an ASEAN trade agreement, so that's why Indonesia and mainly those are the two ones, Indonesia and Thailand, get exempted and stuff. So that helps a lot. And those, I mean, Thailand actually makes a lot of types of vehicles, of Japanese vehicles and stuff. And some of the, the Fords and stuff like that are made there, Toyotas and all that. So it's good. It helps develop Thailand.
Still squeeze. Oh no, actually, China owns Proton now, doesn't it?
Well, they own 50% of it. I'm pretty sure. I'm not exactly 49 or 50 or 51, but yeah, it's Geely. Geely owns it now. So maybe it'll get better. They're going to probably make some electric versions of it too.
Actually, that's one thing I'm also, when people come in the store here talking about politics, right? And I always try to diffuse the tension a bit by making jokes, but serious jokes about things that I think should happen. So they're talking about like the tariff situation that's coming in 2 or 3 days from now or something it's going to devastate our province of Ontario, where our car manufacturing is based. It's going to be, we're looking at probably upwards of 200,000 people are going to lose their jobs Canada's not big. 200,000 people it's a big fucking number here, right?
Yeah, that's about.
And everyone's like freaking out about that. I'm saying, hey man, don't worry. What the good news is, we're going to end up with much more interesting cars. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because we'll call China. We'll say, look, hey, China. Hello, China? Yes, hi, China. Yeah, hi, this is Canada. No, don't hang up. Hang on. I want to talk to you for a second. I got something new to tell you now. No, okay. Now what's going on here now? Okay, look. You know how when you want to get into these middle-sized markets and all these little countries are saying, "Oh man, you can't just ship your cars here because you're going to kill our economy and shit." And you say, "Okay, well, we don't really want to put up a full-on manufacturing. We don't want to make the parts and components and engines and shit, right?" No. China, don't worry about it, man. We want to be just like Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, how they got started. You just send the fucking kits over and let some Canadians bolt them together so we have jobs. That's all. And then we'll take your cars. And China go, So you think you want Canadians to put this shit together? Yeah. No. We'll work harder. Trust me. I'm not so sure about that. Hey, look, no. This way, there's no duties.
Look at all the Indians
okay.
over there.
Yes. So
we got Chinese people there too.
So what I'm saying is the good thing is if we can just get a bunch of sheds, ship the kits over, and we'll bolt them together, just like so many countries in the world do that, right? Mm-hmm. They really do. They say, okay, we want to have some kind of job. We want something out of this. We don't just want your fucking cars. We want something. Yeah. And so, okay, we'll at least bolt them together. So at least we employ a couple of thousand people. Okay, we get something out of it, right? I think we should do that here. Get some big sheds, send the kits over, we'll bolt them together. And then we'll have much more interesting cars than we have now. Yeah. I mean, you've seen the Chinese cars. Fuck, they're just so cool now. Yeah, they might be dangerous in an accident or something, but just don't have an accident. You'll be fine.
Yeah, they have a number of brands out here that are really amazing now. iCars and Zeekrs and all kinds of stuff that I've never seen before. But mostly these are all electric. Most of them are all electric now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in Canada, we're fine. We got so much hydroelectric power. It's fine. And
you guys.
And I mean, even you can't escape politics. Fuck. So I mean, we have right now a big chunk of what we use power for is making aluminum, right? Aluminum is basically just rocks and electricity, right? That's basically what it is. And now if the States is not going to buy our aluminum, we have so much excess power sitting there, so we can power electric cars like fucking nobody's business. Yeah. So for us to go to electric cars is okay. Got to do something with that. What are we going to do? Blow the electricity into space?
You can put it in your heater. You can warm up half of Canada. Electric fans.
Oh yeah, you want to put.
You can turn Canada into Mexico. Not turn it tropical.
Yeah. We can have the world's largest banana plantation is now in Saskatchewan.
There you go. Just heat the whole damn thing up.
Actually, it would be in Quebec because that's where most of the excess power. So Quebec's got the world's biggest banana plantation. So, okay, all right. But I mean, you gotta look at the bright side, right? No, seriously, the Chinese cars. The only issue I have or I had recent over the last couple of years with Chinese cars is their early iterations.
Yeah.
Well, the quality was shit, but that's like everybody needs to start anything with shit, right? The Korean cars were shit, Japanese cars were shit, and it was the safety, because in China they were more concerned about looking good, not even reliability at first, just looking cool, right? So the safety in a collision was not really quite there yet. I mean, think about it. If you're trying to get down to a price point, you have to save money somewhere. So, less thickness in the metal part, whatever. It's, things happen. But they've now come so far, so fast that I would assume by now that the safety ratings are probably already same as anybody else's, right? I mean, if they're not, as long as they get to that level, because I look at those cars and I'm jealous. They're like, fuck, they're just so cool. Cars here, you drive around or you walk around, you see the cars, it's like they're boring as fuck, man. They're all boring.
Yeah.
It's like,
they're making some better vehicles, but I mean, the electric ones look good. There's no doubt about it. And what I find out, for me, I think they're great around town. Okay, very simple. As long as you have a plug point that you can always plug your vehicle in when you need it. They're great for short trips, running around the city, running around within 20, 30 miles, whatever, no problem. But when you start going long trips, then you're screwed. Then unless there's charging points everywhere and you got to sit around waiting for a damn thing to charge because they don't charge very fast unless you get a supercharger, and that takes about a half an hour.
So really, yeah. I mean, I think in like 5 years, that's not even really an issue anymore for other than like long distance
Good question.
trucking. They got their own things, but I mean, if you can drive 500 miles on a charge, you just drive to wherever on your way on a trip somewhere. Drive somewhere and they got chargers at your hotel. Just go fucking park your car, charge, and go get drunk and drive more the
Yeah.
next day. And then, it'll get there. It's not there yet, but it'll get there
Yeah.
because it just makes
Yeah.
sense. It just makes sense. Use your oil for making other stuff. Why just fucking burn it? Make stuff with it, man. To me, that's the weirdest thing. Like, why do people get upset about saying, let's try to burn less oil? Like, oil, let's make shit with the oil. I mean, oil, hydrocarbons are in everything, right? Not just
everything.
plastics. They're
Everything.
in everything. So let's make
Clothes,
more
everything,
everything.
yeah. Chair, upholstery, all kinds of stuff. Everything.
A jacket.
Got some-
You know?
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
So just keep making shit. Why burn it? Like, that's valuable. It's like burning money. Why would you? Here's a bag of dollar bills. Just burn
Yeah.
it. What?
Well, it's like
For
gas
heat.
too.
Let's
I
burn
mean,
it for heat.
natural gas and stuff, and all the propanes and all that. I mean, we burn that stuff. It's plentiful, so we use it. The first thing you do is burn it. Why? Because you can have barbecue. I like barbecue. But of course, get the natural list. So you should have some wood in there and get that smoky flavor. So you get the wood chips and all that. But you can still do all that. But the main heat is it's easy to turn on a barbecue grill with a gas instead of starting up the
So
coals and
here's
all that
something
stuff.
I'm going to say that I know barbecue aficionados.
Mm.
None of you know my address. So you can't come and try and assassinate me. But my next barbecue, and this is a true fucking story. My next barbecue is going to be electric.
Electric barbecue?
Yeah. Hear me out. This has nothing to do with environmental issues. Nothing to do with that.
Okay.
It's all about like. So unless you're doing,
I've never seen one.
unless you okay, if you've got like a smoker, all right,
Yeah.
old school smoker,
Mhm.
that takes forever. That takes time. That's an event, right?
Mm.
Sit around, drink beer for
it's
18
a process.
hours, watching it.
There you go.
That's
part of it.
fantastic, right?
Yeah.
Most barbecuing is not that at home. How many people actually smoke things properly for 18 hours? Not many. Percentage
They
quite
do it
small.
now. Actually, they do it now. They use the pellet grills, and those things are set to go in. They just kind of go sleep, and they don't have to do anything anymore.
Yeah, but if
So
you're
it's a
doing
big
that, what's the
difference.
point? What's the point? If it's not the event anymore, if it's automatic, then it's not cooking with
Yeah.
fire anymore, right?
Yeah.
So
True.
it kind of if you can do that, if you go from there, then okay, most people don't use charcoal anymore. Then more people use gas.
Yeah.
So if you say that, then why not electric? Where if you're at home, right? You come back from work. It's like, fuck me, I want a steak. I want a perfectly fucking charred grilled steak. Well, man, you get the electric barbecue. It's just, like when you get a gas barbecue and the better ones have got the back panel, the whole panel heats
Sear.
up for searing.
Oh, the sear. Yeah, I got one of those. I got a sear.
Yeah.
I never used the damn thing. I've never used it
but I'm
once.
saying, so here it is. Like if you
I don't know how
want
to
the
clean the damn
event,
thing.
if you want the event, you have to have charcoal. Better as a smoker, but charcoal.
Yeah.
If you want the event, like on a Saturday afternoon, you got time, hanging around, drinking beer, talking to your friend. That's perfect. But if you're just like, I want to sear me a chunk of meat, that's where electric is perfect. You put it in, searing on the top and the bottom, fucking 4 minutes.
Oh.
Your steak is perfect. There you go.
Well, George Foreman invented his grill. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
You had two sides. You just like a big sandwich press.
It's basically, I mean, you go to
both
most
sides.
good steak
It's
restaurants.
actually pretty good. I actually had one, and I thought did a pretty damn good job.
It's
A
true.
lot of
It's
meats are
actually
pretty
true.
good.
So I mean, so if you
pretty good.
want the event, like I said, your charcoal, your smoker, whatever, better is even go to a restaurant that specializes in that. Put your money into the economy wherever you are. Hopefully, it's a street side in Southeast Asia somewhere, or in Nicaragua
steak's
or
not
something. But bring it with you. Bring the steak. But I mean, it's So for me, that next one is going to be that where it's like it's fully controlled. I'm done. That's it. And when I want the event, I'll go somewhere for the event.
Yeah, I mean, okay. One of the best places for it's a little different, of course, is the Brazilian stuff, or mainly the Chuscada, right, where they come in with the big hunks of meat grilled on skewers, and they rotate that thing, and they just keep coming around. You have like about 10 different types
Yeah,
of
but
meats and
those
shit.
that
That's
actually proves
nice.
my point, because that's
Yeah, that's
just
nice.
like shawarmas, just like gyros, just like donairs.
Mm,
They're all, it's like that. It's a stick with the meat on it going around and around
yeah,
and around, and
yeah.
it's got that searing thing around it.
Mm, true.
And so if you it takes some of the romance out of it,
Yeah.
but it actually makes it like controlled. Like it's
Mm,
perfect every fucking time if it's electric. 'Cause I know it has to be exactly 176.25 degrees Fahrenheit to make this work perfectly. Punch it
yeah.
in, you're fucking done. It's perfect every time.
Hmm. Yeah.
So it's not the event, right? So that's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
not
That's
the
not the
event,
event. Yeah.
but
But I like the event.
the
I like the event. You know, in my backyard barbecue, you've been there. I mean,
Mhm.
look, the best thing I always do is take some pork and marinate it with this Chinese barbecue stuff. What do you call that? The chili beans, chili oils with the beans and shit, and then let that soak in with some chili oil and shit, and then throw that on the grill, and all that oil just it got flames about 3 foot high. It's like the guys, my kids are like, ah, it's like, but it's a controlled burn. It's just you flare it. You got that nice char all everywhere, and then you throw it on the side, turn off the off that. Oh, that's my neighbors can smell it through four houses away. Oh, so nice. So that's fun too. I enjoy that shit. I enjoy that big old flames and stuff coming out. You have to have the gas to do that, or I guess charcoal will do that too. But for me, the gas works great. It just drips down, everything blows up. Uh, well, flames up anyway, flares up more than blowing up. Hopefully, I didn't get blown up yet. I'm scared of it. The worst one was in Malaysia, where we did it in Bangsar Heights. That's when I was on the ninth floor or something, ninth floor, and I have like it's not that high, a wooden ceiling up there, and we used to barbecue there. I think we accidentally threw salmon bones or something. My friends, yeah, throw this on it. The oily and the salmon just I swore the thing almost hit the ceiling. It's like, holy shit, I'm gonna burn out of that thing. Coasted up. But that was an event. That's an event.
That's an event.
That's an event. Fun. With
True.
ice cold beer. And of course, you're going to use a beer to pour it out if you really on emergencies.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
On
whoa, whoa,
emergency.
whoa,
On emergencies.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, well, don't waste some beer. We can't use whiskey, except except that tequila in Mexico.
Tequila wings.
The tequila wings.
Oh
There's
no,
more
that.
for
Oh yeah, that's true.
we tried to build the fire with tequila, and it's just like that cheap ass tequila.
You know,
Oh man,
what's that
that was.
saying? Ifan Chen,
Oh man.
Ifan. One,
Oh man.
you get what you pay for. That's the
Yeah,
English
yeah.
phrase.
Well,
You get what you
I
pay
didn't
for.
pay.
So
Yeah.
we were down in Mexico, and we were drinking all kinds of shit there, but
Yeah.
decided we wanted some tequila. We were just like
Yeah.
at Oxo,
Mini
right?
Mart. Yeah. Oxo. Mini Mart.
Just a convenience store, right?
Yeah.
And we decided, okay, let's go here. Look at this. We got some. I mean, some of the bottles there was like $2 for a bottle of tequila and one.
Hey, I went up
And
a little higher than
they
that
also
one.
had the recognizable brands, but it was quite expensive. So we
Yeah.
decided
We
go
found
in
some
between. We got the $4 bottle or something, right?
Yeah, it was like $4 gallon size or something.
And it's ethanol with flavor, right? It's just
I think so.
that.
I think it
But
wasn't
it
real
was,
tequila, no.
and it was the alcohol content was not even as listed on that, because
No.
we tried to get, so we bought some charcoal. We were doing a
Yeah.
barbecue at this Airbnb thing we had, and trying to get the fire started. And the fire starter that came with the charcoal was okay, but not quite enough to get it going. So we're no problem. We'll pour some fucking tequila on there.
Tequila.
They go, we fucking put it out. It's like, what the hell, man? It's like, what the hell?
I was like, what the hell? I can put a fire out with tequila. It's
So, yeah.
supposed to explode, man. That was yeah. So you got to be careful with tequila in there. Don't buy that real cheap shit, because it ain't tequila. It's not real.
Might be good
It's
for your
probably
liver, but it's
90%
not
water.
good for your barbecue.
Yeah. That's true. Better for your liver than your barbecue. That's for sure. That was funny. Unexpected. That was eventful. It was not much of an event.
But at the end
Figure
of the
out.
day, the
Oh,
meal turned out fantastic, though.
oh no, no, no. It
Tequila
was great.
wings and the
Yeah.
and
It was
the,
really tasty.
beef. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
that
getting
was
hungry
good. That
now.
was good. Mm. Yeah, I just had breakfast. I gotta wait for dinner. So,
I'm
but
just. I'm.
that
Oh, I
was
actually
fun.
got to go before too long. I got to go pick up my wife and go have dinner. So
No, but so we did pretty good about not talking too much about politics. I mean, a little bit about politics. Politics, okay. Politics is a pain in the ass, right? All out through the world. No matter where you go, politics is a pain in the ass. Whether it's immigration, or it's taxes, or it's imports, or exports, or setting up businesses, or whatever the hell, politics
you're
usually gets
in
in the way.
just about any. Not just about any. That's wrong. A handful of African countries where the government and rebels are still busy like killing each other.
Yeah.
Eh?
Again, it usually happens, especially in Africa.
I
It's
want to
very
be in
dangerous,
charge.
especially
No,
the
I want to be in
Congo.
charge.
Yeah, Congo is really bad. I've heard right now. So it's really, you got to be very careful. But at the same time, what do? You have to live with it, but vote wisely. I guess you can say that. If you get to vote, if you can vote, some places you can't even vote, right? So if you can vote, vote wisely. Vote for the best people to run the show the best way without corruption, minimize corruption, and minimal government. The smaller the government, the better. And these are just generalities. I think these are rule of thumbs. So that's my quick take on politics. Politics sucks.
Let's see. Can we find 5 things that have nothing to do with politics? So, bathtubs.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's much to do with bathtub. I can't think of anything offhand.
Unless you're living in a HOA situation, a condo or an apartment building where you have to get approval. If you want to like take your bathtub and switch it out for like a jacuzzi or something, if you live in a building, you need to get approvals for that because they got to make sure that you're not going to put like a 8-person hot tub where your bathtub used to be and it's so heavy drops down 3 floors and kills 9 people. So the condo board is involved. That's politics. So nope, bathtubs are off the list.
Can be. That's pretty obscure though. Smoking in a garage.
Yeah.
We talked about that one. Your HOA was like, can't smoke in your own damn garage, even though you don't smoke. I want to smoke now. I just want to smoke.
I'm starting smoking. I'm buying the stinkiest fucking cigar I get my hands on. Just no politics involved. Window cleaning fluid.
Okay, that's pretty obscure too. I mean, vinegar. Vinegar is window cleaning fluid. Is vinegar?
Okay. Politics and vinegar?
Can't think of anything.
Unless it's imported. In which case.
Then we got import tax, yeah. It's local. Bottled water.
Ooh, bottled water? Oh no, that's got politics fucking all over the place.
Yeah, I got some. I actually reused this bottle just because I'm in the Department of Environmental Sciences here. And what we did is they have a nice little water filtration. So I used the plastic bottles and filled up with the water filtration thing. So I can reuse plastic bottles.
How many times can you reuse though? It's not safe.
Until it falls off.
Microplastics.
Oh, that's a good point. Microplastics. Am I drinking microplastics just from here? Could be. I don't know.
You know where there are no microplastics?
Metal. Beer? Ooh, that's right. That's right. Speaking of beer, I just came from Kating the other day. You know the brewery over here, it's just behind here, behind the university. And we chatted, and he came up with a new beer. He was testing it, and he used sticky rice. We called it special sticky rice, but I don't know, some sticky rice, right?
Like
so it's basically glutinous rice. Okay, so it's a different type of rice, and it was okay. It was not bad, but it wasn't special. And we told him, I said, We just came from Mexico, and we went to Los Muertos. Los Muertos, we did the beer tasting, just like I said, just like your place, about 10, they have a little bit, few more beers than he has. He has about 9 or 8 or 9. And this Muertos had about 15 beers. And I said, we both did beer tasting on it. And number one was chili beer. Chili beer won out of all the beers that we did. I asked him, why don't you take that little rice beer and add chili and lime, a little bit of lime and chili, and see what you can do. Brew it with that. See what you can do with that. Chili beer can be amazing. He's like, not so sure. It's like, really? You can do chili beer? I said, don't make it too hot. You can't drink the damn thing.
I need more. I need more.
I need beer just to drink my beer.
Hey, if he's playing with glutinous rice, is this the guy who can finally make our headhunters hooch for us?
It could. Actually, there's so much starch, not black rice, so much glutinous rice here is tremendous. Yeah, probably could. We could do that. Didn't even think about that. And then all we need is the black glutinous rice as well. And then we can do some headhunter hooching. That'd be interesting.
Earhart and
the curse.
The curse.
The curse. The curse. That's good. We might be able to do that. That might be worth a trip up here. Discuss that.
I'll be there on Tuesday.
But yeah, it's cool. So another potential beer hunters and headhunter huge.
We'll explain that all to you guys some other day. What that's all about.
That's another whole episode.
It is the
and that's would be apolitical. Oh, we'll make it apolitical, kind of. Actually, it's political. It's another story.
Politically incorrect.
Exactly.
So,
hey, that's good. We should be politically incorrect. I like that. So we should be at the end of this little thing. Let's be politically incorrect. Okay. So, to me, politics sucks. Universal. Okay. Is that politically incorrect? Don't give a shit. It's a truth. It's a reality. Tell me one thing about politics that's great. See?
From what I understand, if you have done well in politics, so you've worked your way up to a certain level. Yeah. I'm not sure what that level is, but it's not like local dog catcher. It's higher than that, right?
Supervisor.
Maybe even higher than that. So you get to the point where one of the famous memes around politics is how you get your assistant to deal with the dead hooker in your hotel room. So that's got to be a positive of politics. If you get to the level where your assistants take care of the dead hookers in your hotel room, that's a positive for you.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's positive for society, for anything else, but
I think it sucks for the dead hooker.
She did.
See? Probably did.
Oh no. Oh no.
What a way to end the show.
Oh no. Oh yeah, maybe we should probably end it there. Let's go downhill from here, ladies and gentlemen.
Again, politics sucks.
No. That was a debate was there, but I didn't take it this time. No, okay. Good thing about politics. Other than that, well, I mean, here's the problem: is that politics it's absolutely necessary. It's a necessary evil, right?
A necessary
you can't
evil,
have
exactly.
unless we all go back to not even hunter-gatherer societies, because even your little tribe, you got some dude or dudette who's in charge of something. So
yeah, of course,
it's like unless we go back to the dinosaur days, they hunted in packs, so they probably had politics. So I mean,
they had the leader of the. Yeah, in many minds, it's just tiny little governments, but little political things. But yeah, I mean, you talk about office politics. We always talk about that. Even here in Laos, they talk about, office politics, terrible. So you have office politics against just within an office, and everybody complains about that. So politics, yes, it's a necessary evil. You have to have some structure and all that. Even the Wild Wild West, right? Wild Wild West still had a sheriff, but so there was still politics around.
The
Still could
problem
get
is not
hung.
politics. The problem is humans, right? Because it's if we could all just get along and everybody just wanted to do what's right for their job, for whatever, there'd be no issue. But there's always someone's trying to play the angle to take advantage of somebody else. It's human nature.
Yeah,
we
true.
can't get rid of human nature. We can't get rid of the problems with politics. So it comes back
So I
to,
guess
hey,
we're stuck with it.
Alpha Centauri, hello, answer my fucking call. You know what just caused me to call you?
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, then we'd have a different, higher level politics. We have the aliens, overlords and shit. So I don't think that's going to solve any problem either. Yeah, we can't. We have to learn this.
Is this 1-800-collaborators.com? I collaborate.
Gray. Get in the gray zone.
I collaborate. No problem. I'll rat out everybody else.
Yeah. No. But it is true. Politics are a necessary evil. It's but vote wisely. Hopefully, you get some decent leaders. If you have good leaders, things work great. If you have bad leaders, you're screwed. That's pretty much it. You know, that's it in a nutshell. So vote wisely, and minimize the government. Try to minimize it. Don't bloat it out because it never ends well.
Vote for whoever is going to give you the best beers. There you go.
And the cheapest beer. If you can get good cheap beer, you got a good person.
I'm calling these guys next Tuesday. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, steal it.
Yeah. So we'll get our first fishy beer sponsor. Okay. Ooh.
On that happy note, I'm going to go have myself some more fish beers.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if we were successful in saying that you could actually talk about shit for nearly an hour without talking about politics, because we talked about politics the whole time.
We did kind of a little bit. We got off subject.
Like, can you talk about politics without it getting too heated and without throwing bombs? Maybe that's about all you can hope for. That level.
We can. Wise old bastards
can. Lazy old bastards. Throw a bomb.
Yeah, sometimes.
Fuck my back. Oh, geez, I was
like, no. We'll leave it in the crate.
It's raining outside. My arthritis acting up this week. I don't know, man. Maybe it's just. We'll revisit it next week. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. All right. We'll figure out something safe. So that happy note. Take care.
We'll see if how's our technology working.
Music. Is it?
No. First it wouldn't stop. Now it won't start.
Yep.
Okay, goodbye.
Adios.